What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Super Bowl. Top DFS picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for the Super Bowl. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, let's take a look at the quarterback position. I'm going to save some salary here, and I'm going to go with Tom Brady from the Tampa Bay Bucks playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Tom Brady has averaged 23.3 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets an average of 2 rush attempts per game. He scored 20, 22, and 26 fantasy points in the last 3 games. He's 10,000 DraftKings salary, so he's 2,000 less expensive than Patrick Mahomes. So you're going to be able to use that salary on your other positions. I think it makes sense here. Vegas thinks there's going to be 56 points scored in this game, with the Tampa Bay Bucks trailing by 3.5. So it should be a passing game script. So I like Tom Brady here versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. I'm going to save a ton of salary here and go with Ronald Jones from the Tampa Bay Bucks playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Ronald Jones has averaged 14.3 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 13.7 rush attempts per game and 3 pass targets per game. Now, I know Leonard Fournette, he's been the man in the playoffs, but he's pretty expensive. And Ronald Jones, he got 10 and 13 rush attempts in the past 2 games, and he's only 2,200 DraftKings salary. So it's a nice running back matchup here. Now, you could definitely go with Leonard Fournette. He is the stud running back for the Tampa Bay Bucks. At least as of the last 3 playoff games, Leonard Fournette has scored 18, 22, and 23 fantasy points in the last 3 games, getting a bunch more rush attempts than does Ronald Jones. But Ronald Jones is still getting some pretty decent work, so if he can bust a long run or get into the end zone, he's going to crush value at this low salary price tag. You're going to open up that salary for those wide receivers and that tight end everyone knows they want to play. So I like Ronald Jones here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL. NBA is right around the corner. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. So now that we've saved some money at the quarterback and the running back position, I like Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, who have a good defense overall, and they give up the 13th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Tyreek Hill has averaged 22.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 9 pass targets per game. He scored 29 and 23 fantasy points in the last 2 games off of 11 and 10 pass targets. He's 10,400 DraftKings salary, so I like Tyreek Hill
here versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, if you're looking for a stud wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Bucks, I like Mike Evans, who's averaging 16.3 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 6.8 pass targets per game. He scored 14 fantasy points off of 8 pass targets last game. He's $8,400 DraftKings salary. And with the Tampa Bay Bucks expected to be trailing in this game, he could get a ton of pass targets, should be a passing game script. So I like Mike Evans here versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. We saved that salary at the running back position, so I like Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, who have a good defense overall, and they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Travis Kelce has averaged 22.1 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 9.7 pass targets per game. He scored 40 and 28 fantasy points in the last 2 games off of 15 and 11 pass targets. He's $11,000 DraftKings salary, so I like Travis Kelce here versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, if you're looking to save some salary at the tight end position, take a look at Cameron Brate from the Tampa Bay Bucks playing the Kansas City Chiefs, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Cameron Brate, he scored 11, 9, and 12 fantasy points in the last 3 games off of 5, 5, and 6 pass targets. Now, he's only $4,800 DraftKings salary, so with a passing game script and a good matchup, I like Cameron Brate here versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.